Hello everyone, my name is Muir and we've got something new for you today. However, before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that nearly 70% of people who watch our videos are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you could do me a huge favor by liking the video, commenting below, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that bell. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you're liking what I'm making. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, you can jump the entire way. Nice. Alright, nice. Nice. Get close for our first try.
I was waiting for you. We will seek out and find you. I'll make good use of this.
He turns in midair, evidently. Oh, there's Stranger Things. People who come back from the dead. Okay, I thought I parried that pretty well. Yeah. Nice. He shouldn't be able to hit you twice like that. You're gonna be stun locked. And you should be immune. Otherwise, it's just a way to defeat that ability. Is there a way to eliminate hit stun? So again, if the boss is able to just completely like jump the entire screen and attack you, your animations need to be faster. So if the boss can just jump literally the entire arena and hit you, his animation to do that needs to be slow enough that when you start an ability, you're able to finish that ability before he can get to you. Okay, just as a note for good game design. Because we're starting to get back into that territory where it's like, well, I can start doing this, but now it doesn't finish before I get hit. Or I can start doing this, but I'm dead again before it even finishes. So, just good game design. If you're going to do that, it's fine. If you're going to give a boss, like, full arena attacks, that's fine. But, make it so that the player can actually react to them. Or add in animation canceling. I mean, this worked great for Sekiro. If we look at Sekiro, they effectively, when you're about here, like, when he pulled the sword back. In Sekiro, you can hit block and parry, and Sekiro is a parry-based game, whereas it's a dodge-based game. But you need some degree of animation canceling if you're going to add in, like, super fast bosses. Otherwise, your game is just going to feel like bullshit. And you don't want that, like, right? You don't want your game to feel like bullshit to players. So Like, his big leap attack feels like bullshit. If I could, I'd download a mod that just removes it from his arsenal. So, yeah, you know, it's just the thing. It's fine that he has the attack, just make it slower so that abilities can actually finish. And people can move. Yeah? Yeah, game developers? Hope so. Good. Let's do this. No, you don't die. Like that. Okay, another thing is, don't have some attacks that can be parryable and some attacks that can't. That was garbage in Dark Souls 2. That's a shit aspect of Dark Souls 3 that I don't think anybody actually likes. So, if you're gonna have things be unblockable, then add something that says they're unblockable. Oh no. Yo, help me. Well. But, yeah, it just is what it is. So, if his jumping attack cannot be parried, you need to add something to the game that tells you it cannot be parried. I mean, no one cares if you include things like that. Let me put it this way. Sekiro would be a markedly worse game without the warning signs. Like telling you, this is a sweeping attack, you can't block it, something like that. This is a sweeping attack, you have to jump over it. Those things make Sekiro flat out better, which is why they included them. If an attack is unblockable or unparryable, you have to dodge it. You have to do something specific with it. Sekiro just flat out tells you, you need to do this. Good, add that. In Code Vein 2, add that to Code Vein 2. Okay? You're gonna have the people who are like, oh, well, you know, the game doesn't need that, get good. And I understand their sentiment, but they're wrong. This isn't an easy mode. This is just flat out telling you, Like, no one complains about having more user feedback, more user information. Well, there are people who complain about that, but you really shouldn't be listening to them. Basically, those are the same people who will think that Natural Selection 1 and 2 are fantastic games, and that everyone should play them forever. Natural Selection 1 and 2, by the way, kind of requires that you invest about 100 hours to get good at the game, to where you can have fun with it. And if you're not willing to invest that much time, because I don't know, you have a job or something, then, sucks to be you, I guess. Come on, Silva. Nice. Okay, so we need more ichor. Also, how do you guys like Lady Maria? We don't have any blood now. Any ichor? Alright, so down Lady Maria goes.
No. Silva has lost control of the relic.
What's wrong?
Silva is pulling in the relics. To let the world end here. I swear, I will stop this.
All right, let's get back to the bonfire. Missile. And let's fight him with all our ichor and regenerations. Yeah, this is it. Let's do this. Hello. Whatever you are. Let's dance. Alright, cool. Oh no, what is this? A one-shot. Oh, that's what it is. Alright. I think would work better here is if you could target the head instead of the center of the body. Where like individual limbs. Hello, Ludwig. Let's get away from this. This feels like an unlock boss. Ready to run? Dang. I would go so far as to say that maybe there needs to be a longer timer on that ability if it's a one-shot. Because he's used it a bunch of times already. Yeah, I'd have him use the jump back ability more often than the big AoE. Oh no. What's he doing now? Okay.
You're finally awake again.
I'm trying to think of how that could be made better. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV,
Are you starting to
and
get tired?
their area of effect ability, if it's a big area of effect, seems to work pretty well. So,
How do you like
I mean,
exploring with me?
it's pretty obvious in Final Fantasy XIV, because it's just like a big orange circle. But in this game, it's instead like fire on the ground before it explodes. Like Cannoneer does that. So, there's already people who are like, no, we shouldn't have those indicators. You're already wrong. It's already in the game. Now I'm just thinking about how we could possibly make it so that the Virgin Reborn has those where attacks like that.
Let us steel ourselves.
so it can tell you where it's supposed to be a safe place, or if an area, or just like the entire map except for like the part under the boss is just death. Right, it's like a shittier version of Ludwig's ability. It feels less balanced. So this is running into a similar situation as to the knight. I don't understand how I'm supposed to dodge that. If I don't understand how I'm supposed to dodge it, then the game developer has fundamentally failed. Because it should be understandable. So is it back and forth? What? Oh, there's a hind quarter and the front, huh? See previous boss where the boss can cover entire arena and like before you could react, then it's bad. If you disagree, it's fine, you can be wrong, but you're wrong. At least for this kind of game. If it's like a God Eater normally is, then that's fine. Okay. If it's just how like God Eater normally is, where like, as far as I understand, you can't... I remember somebody saying that you can't die in God Eater. I don't know if that's true or not.
Are you feeling alright?
It's more of like a score system, I guess? Or like you have infinite continues or something. If that's true, then you know, this boss is perfectly fine in God Eater, which would make sense why some of it is the way it is. But okay, so what are the problems? So the leaping attack is a problem. The spamming of the big AoE that one-shots you is a problem. Yeah, the jump attack, the AoE spam, that kills you instantly. Those are problems with the boss. Those are bad design choices. I would give it more target points, like limbs. Maybe? I'd have to like look at the animations and find out how that works. But it's like many bosses in the game. It's like the boss has, it's like the very first boss. Being able to cross the entire arena in one jump and hit you when you're while you're doing an animation. That's bad design, don't do it. Or if you're going to do it in a way that feels fair. This does not feel fair. Because I can start doing this, and then it can start an animation and hit me with it before my animation even gets halfway done. That's bad. And as I've said, if you disagree, that's fine. You can be wrong. I'm perfectly fine with you being wrong. Holy shit, twice in a row. Alright. Good to... I still have no idea how I'm supposed to dodge that. So, get your act together, make a better boss. He's so shiny. Oh no. Let's keep going. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how to dodge his one-shots. So, maybe I can remove moves from him with a mod. Make the boss where it should be.
It's not the end.
Let's see.
Afraid.
The other problem right now that I'm seeing is that fighting the boss unlocked is the way to fight the boss. Which means they didn't do a good job. Oh, we're good. We're gonna get hit. Okay. Like, it's literally a situation where I don't understand how I'm supposed to dodge it. So, when I do dodge it, it's inconsistent. It seems like sometimes it gets dodged and sometimes it doesn't. And what's it gonna do? Big AoE? Oh, it's gonna one-shot me anyway. I'm full health, so doesn't matter. Oh no. What I'd like to see is something like Yorm the Giant, where if you hit the head, you do a ton of damage. That would be cool. My only assumption is that he just flat out missed with that attack, and that's why I'm alive. He's after EO, so let's buff. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the boss where we need to be under him, I guess. I have no idea how this boss works. Not that attack, anyway. Which is one hell of a problem. What the war? I'm assuming those are death if you go inside of them. Okay, so what the game is telling me is you need to be under the boss all the time. But the boss has attacks that drive you away from being under the boss. He also has the ability to make black holes that stop you from being under the boss. And probably one-shot you. Great. Did his one-shot ability get smaller? What's going on here? It did not get smaller. So if you're ever not under the boss, he can one-shot you. Basically. I don't understand how this attack works. This attack is shit. Don't include that attack in your future games, for the fucking love of God. Don't be hack developers. Stick to God Hand. I mean, God Eater or whatever. That seems to be what you know. Great. I am waiting for him to start layering those instant kills together. The thing. Oh great, we have this shit again. Like, that attack doesn't feel good to fight against. Because when I get hit by it, it's not my fault I get hit by it. It feels like it's the game's fault for it being in the game. It feels like the developers just didn't understand how the game... It almost feels like, when I get hit by that, the developers just didn't actually understand their own game. Which is really dismissive to say. Oh great, it's this shit again. And their attack the developers included for some reason. Look, don't do that shit. Again. Show me that you actually know how your game works. Oh, we're dead. So this boss tells me that the developers don't know how to make the boss for this game. Okay, sounds good. They knew how to make a God Eater boss, which I think is what this probably is. They didn't know how to make a boss for this game. The boss for this game was Silva. The boss for a different game that was just shoehorned into this game is this boss. Okay. Sounds good. Well, good first try, I guess. Don't include this in the, you know, subsequent games, or don't include the bullshit moves that pretty much kill you. There's nothing you can do against it, as far as I can tell. Don't include those. That'd be nice. Be better developers. Don't include one-shots that are inconsistently dodgeable. I mean, this should be Game Design 101, but evidently it's not. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Add in running faster. Like, add in being able to run while locked on. Dark Souls 2 did it, that came out before this game, include it. It's pretty much a given in the Souls formula at this point. Include it. Again? Fix your game, you incompetent hacks. For fuck's sakes. Again. Holy fucking shit. At this point, I'm willing to believe that it's just sheer incompetence. Oh, great. You guys are fucking hacks. You know that, right? Hey, your next game, do a better job. For fuck's sakes. You guys are terrible game developers. Or at least terrible boss developers. Holy shit. At least you're terrible for this type of game. For God Eating, you're probably fine. I guess play to your strengths, right? Well. There's the ability we can't do anything against, because it's evidently unblockable. Unblockable and undodgeable. You need animation canceling or you need something else. I don't understand how this got through QA. I really don't.
Good morning.
Here's the thing even. I'm playing like the fastest weapon. Can you imagine if I was using something like this? Okay. I just want to point this out. Here's my animation. I'm just going to hammer it for you guys. Okay. Here's my current weapon's animation. It's like twice as quick. If I was using a slow weapon, I'd just be fucked. Like every single time he did any attack, I'd get hit by it.
Do you have everything you'll need? Make good use of this.
So, do a better job. Holy shit. Make it to where they can't spam that attack. The boss fight should feel really tight in a good way. It does not feel really tight in a good way. What it feels like is that you didn't know what you were doing. Which is why the optimal way to fight the boss is unlocked. That just home on me? I didn't know that attack had homing. Nice.
There's more we can learn. Think back on our experiences.
You guys suck. Really. Conveying developers, holy shit. Holy shit.
Fight freely. I will provide support.
Alright, let's just go max out all the other blood codes. And then we'll level up to like level 1 million. So he stops one-shotting us. And then we'll just kill him. Because I'm pretty much done with this. Alright, so let's go max out the blood coats and go beat the game. Right. What do we have? Right. Okay, so we need to get Mercury taken care of. so let's do Mercury. What is Mercury? Gibson Hayes, huh? Alright, so... And yes, I do stand by my statements that developers didn't know what they were doing with that boss. I might have thought they did, but I have no idea. It's usually somewhat obvious when a boss is designed without its host game in mind. It's like a friend of mine, during like a D&D campaign, he decided that putting one of the bosses from Heavensward into D&D would be great. He did not account for the fact that in Heavensward, Final Fantasy XIV is greatly based on the idea that you will be able to move out of things as a mechanical thing, a player challenge. So a lot of his boss's mechanics boiled down to, hey, let's have an item that drops for each player, and as long as it drops within range for each player to walk up to, they don't die. Which basically just meant that it killed all the pet classes. Because if your class is entirely based on pets, and now your pets get one-shotted, and it takes you a full minute to resummon them, well, been good. I guess I'll go sit down in a corner somewhere and not do anything for a while, I guess. Anyway, he didn't do it again, so that's good. Okay, so the other thing that I think is kind of interesting is we have all these special attacks, but because they don't happen very fast, and most of the enemies have really fast attacks, especially bosses, that means these aren't really usable against bosses, except in very specific situations. Oh well. Let's see. We're looking for that little area over there that we're walking towards at the moment. Where we want to go, and that activates a raid, I suppose. We'll call it. So let's go kill